Om Sai Ishwaraya Vidmahi Satyadevaya Dhimahi Tanna Sarva Prachodayat. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karvavahe Tejasvinavaditamastu ma vidvishavahe. Om Asato ma Sadgamaya Tamaso ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Shri Sai Ram. Good evening and welcome to day 3 of the Atma Chalisa Parayanam. So we've taken a sankalpa of doing a 40-day Parayanam, and we are going to go into the deeper aspects of the Atman, and we will get into an experiential, direct understanding, knowing of what the Atman is. And this sankalpa has come from the divine consciousness. It's the divine consciousness that is leading us into this very beautiful journey, and we all are traveling together, and we remain in surrender and prayer to the Sadguru, the divine charioteer who is taking us on this beautiful journey. So thank you all for being here. I'll quickly recap that on day 1, we talked about the 9 steps to divinity, and yesterday, day 2, we spoke about the need of having a clear goal, which is the goal of life and also the goal of these 40 days Parayanam of experiencing our own divinity or Atma Sakshatkara. So today we start with day 3, and we are still building the base and foundation of this journey, because if the foundation is strong, if the preparation is good, then the journey becomes comfortable and the journey yields all the results that we are seeking. And so as a preparatory step and a very important step that we are going to talk about today, we spoke about it a little bit last evening when a question came regarding that. So what is the focus today is yearning, or the intensity of our seeking. Because we may have a goal and we may have clarified our goal, but whether we will accomplish or reach the goal is something left to the individual who is doing this journey, and it depends upon the intensity with which we are seeking our goal. And that yearning will decide whether we will reach the goal or whether during the way we get discouraged or we get tired or, we lose interest. So our bhava is essential. Also spoke about it in the evening in the Q&A session that Shraddhavan labhate jnanam. The one who has Shraddha will ultimately seek the benefit of what is coming to us from all sides of the universe. As our Upanishads say, Ano Badraha Kartavo Yantu Vishwataha, that let all noble ideas and all noble thoughts come to us from all directions. Let us be open, let us be surrendered, so that we can absorb all that is going to come to us in these 40 days from not only these sessions, but from the internal inquiry and seeking that we will naturally do because of being present here and because we have decided that we want this goal and how badly we want it. When we want something really badly, when we are really desirous of something, then there has never been an occasion in our life that we don't get it. In fact, the whole mechanics of our human life works on desires. While we do say on the spiritual path that this is the path of having no desires or become desireless, but to accomplish something, a desire is essential. What is the quality of your desire? What is the intent of your desire? If the intent of our desire is to seek that goal for which we have taken human birth, for which we have not only taken just one human birth, but multiple human births, then it is quite natural that we must seek it wholeheartedly. We must seek it to the exclusion of all other seekings. And we should be single-pointed in our devotion to seek the very purpose of life, the very reason of our existence, the very reason of being together, to the truth of ourselves, to experience the light within us, to experience that God that we have been searching for all our life, and to come in directly in the presence of that divine consciousness, to experience that presence, and to know that that presence is none other than our own selves. That is the path that we have set upon ourselves. It's like climbing the steps to Vaishno Devi or to all those pilgrimages. We are taking these 40 steps. And this seeking, this earnest yearning is a very important step in this journey. And that is the difference between success and failure in life. A lot of people set about doing a lot of things, but the ones who really go for something with a single pointed devotion, like Arjuna, who could only see the eye of the fish and could target it because he could see nothing else. That's the kind of seeking that must come from within. I'll give you an example from my own life. When I came to Baba for the first time in 2007 and I went to Puttaparthi, I see the experience of my first time with Swami as being very different from all the experiences I have heard from other devotees. I experienced that there were two gates into the ashram. There was one gate which said devotees, and there was a huge line of people standing to go inside. And there was another gate, and that gate said for lovers only. And to my surprise, there was nobody standing in that line. I chose to enter the ashram to the abode of God from the gate of lovers. And I got a direct entry because I simply fell in love with the master. I did not fall in love with the form of the master, but I fell in love with the simplicity of the teachings of my master, Sri Satya Sai Baba, of how simply he gave the message of the Upanishads and the Vedas, the simplest of form, where he said, love all, serve all. And I found the essence of a universal message in his exhortation to us when he said that there is only one language, and that is the language of the heart. There is only one religion, and the religion of love, and there is only one caste, which is the caste of humanity. So with these four sayings, I experienced not just simplicity, but the depth and the love that these messages brought in my heart, that the only mantra that I could chant in front of the divine presence was always, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. And I asked my master within me to make me experience the essence of what his message was. And I took upon myself to take advantage of his presence so that I could directly experience that love, which could manifest in serving others, of how I could experience that language of love and how I can experience this oneness. And the first interaction I had with Baba, he told me, you and I are one. And that was the only message that he gave me from that first day onwards till this day. And through that oneness, I have experienced everything. I experienced my own self through this oneness. And it is this oneness that we have all set about to experience, a oneness that is celebrated at all times, oneness that is a constant, oneness that is who we truly are, the manifestations of that love, manifestations and embodiments of that divine consciousness. And it's been through his inspiration and through that single-minded devotion where I sought nothing else other than to experience that oneness, is what led me to be here today with all of you, because I never allowed anything else to come in the way. I sought this to the exclusion of everything else, because I simply reasoned with myself, because each one of us are rational people and we've always listened to our mind, and our mind needs some reasoning. So here is the reasoning that I gave to myself, that I have done and achieved almost everything that I set upon in this lifetime. And yet I found something that was missing in me. My heart was always melancholy. There was a restlessness which I could not understand, which came to me despite having all the material success, having a beautiful family around me. Yet there was something that I found was missing in my heart. And that led me to my master. And when I met that ocean of love, and when I became his lover, and when that lover told me that we are one, there was nothing else that I needed but to experience this oneness. And I would not allow anything else to come in the way. And that became my obsession. That became the only goal in life, because everything else I had achieved. I had to experience this. I had to experience this love. At that time, I did not know whether this love was my destination. If this love was that sakshatkara, if this love is realizing the self, I did not know that. But I only wanted to experience that oneness that my guru told me about. And I had choices to make. I had a lot of challenges that came my way, but I always chose, no matter what the challenge was, I chose the path of love. I chose the path of experiencing that oneness, because this was one goal that I had not fulfilled. This was one mountain I had not climbed. And I set upon climbing this mountain, and I set upon understanding and unraveling this mystery of life. I have no clue what these 40 days hold for each one of us. All I can tell you with complete conviction, born out of this oneness, that something beautiful awaits each one of us who's made this preparation for this journey. Because this invitation is not mine. This invitation comes from the source of consciousness, from the source which created everything. If you believe in this message, if you believe in this invitation, if you believe in what is being experienced by you right now, and if you go wholeheartedly for it, then I can assure you, you will experience what you have been waiting for. It's in your hands, completely in your hands, to move forward and experience the inexperienced or the unexperienced. Because as I said on the first day, no words can ever describe what that experience is. And that's the reason why I have requested all of you to maintain a journal and note down all the experiences that are going to come to you every day as you have set upon this most beautiful journey, most beautiful sacred yatra. And I hope to see all of you on 10th of December, on that beautiful place where everything will become one. To that celebration of souls, of the day of removal of this veil which separates each one of us. To that day I look forward to. And I thank you once again for being present here today. So that's the message for day 3. And I will now close. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Samasta loka sukhino bhavantu. Samasta loka sukhino bhavantu. Samasta loka sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.